Demián Runga's When Evil Lurks presents a grim and brutal vision of a world infected by evil in its rawest form. While at first glance it resembles a rural possession thriller, the film quickly reveals a deeper, more complex mythology. Central to this is the unseen world, a parallel spiritual reality shaped by ancient rules, cursed beings, and a decaying moral order. This essay will explore the history and structure of this unseen world, as conveyed through the lore of possession and the once powerful monks trained to combat it. At the heart of the film's horror lies the Rotten, a human host whose body is bloated and decaying from harbouring a demonic presence. The rot is both physical and spiritual, signalling the irreversible corruption of the host. Rugna introduces a systemic form of evil that is infectious, almost viral. The demon doesn't simply inhabit a person, it festers, gestates, and eventually births a new evil into the world. The process is biological as much as it is supernatural. Infected blood and bodily fluids serve as vectors. Animals, children, and adults alike are susceptible, with the demon exploiting human feelings, fear, violence, impulsiveness to spread its evil. This makes the unseen world not merely a realm of spirits, but a tangible, creeping force that reshapes reality through dread and chaos. To understand this world, Rugna gives us fragments of a vanished order, the monks. These monks, who once trained in spiritual warfare, are part exorcists, part mystics, part enforcers. They operate by a strict code, informed by generations of knowledge passed down orally or in secret tomes. The monks did not just expel demons, they maintained balance, enforced the ancient rules, and understood the high cost of failure. Yet, by the time when Evil Lurks begins, the monks are mostly gone, killed, scattered, or disbanded. Their absence is a metaphor for the loss of tradition, of sacred knowledge in a world that has grown sceptical and secular. The villagers know enough to fear the Rotten, but not enough to deal with it properly. They make critical mistakes, such as moving the possessed body, which only serve to hasten the spread of this evil. This ignorance is a direct result of the disintegration of the old order, once upheld by the monks. The rules the monks follow are key to surviving possession. Do not use firearms. Do not harm animals or children. Do not let the infected speak, and never act rashly. These rules are not arbitrary. They're based on spiritual understanding of how evil interacts with the physical world. Breaking these rules doesn't just invite danger, it opens the door to apocalypse. What makes When Evil Lurks so terrifying is its depiction of a world where spiritual structures have collapsed. The state has no answer to the problem. Law enforcement is helpless. Medicine is irrelevant. Religion in its conventional sense is absent. What remains is only fragments of oral tradition and half-remembered practices of the monks. The result is a raw, unmeditated confrontation with evil, one that doesn't offer redemption or hope. The characters are punished for not knowing the rules, for not believing deeply enough, or for underestimating the seriousness of their situation. There is no saviour figure, no last-minute ritual, no holy intervention. In this way, Rugna subverts the traditional possessive narrative. Evil wins, not because it's omnipotent, but because the structures that once contained it have been dismantled. when evil lurks crafts a horror mythology rooted in decay. Decay of the flesh, decay of belief, community, and sacred tradition. The unseen world is no longer hidden because it's mystical, but because modern humanity has just stopped looking for it. The possessed are grotesque reminders of this forgotten war between the spiritual and the earthly, and the absence of the monks marks the loss of a world that once understood how to fight back. Rugna's film isn't a story about demons, it's a story about consequences of forgetting how to guard against them. It suggests that the unseen world is not only real, but fatal when ignored. In doing so, When Evil Lurks offers one of the most original and nightmarish visions of possession cinema in years. A horror story where knowledge is survival and ignorance doom. Thank you for joining me on this visual essay about When Evil Lurks and the wonderful idea of the world building of the monks. I hope you enjoyed this film as much as I did. I hope you enjoyed this visual essay. Please subscribe and like, and I will see you next time on Man v Film.